Hi, this is Cycreens Bounder, where I do predictions of the future. If you'd like me to do prediction for you, let me know in the comments below. Just a reminder that we do live shows here on Saturdays and Sundays at 10 a.m. Central, and Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5 p.m. Central. So make sure you mark down your calendars for that. Got a bit of quite a show today. Let's get started as we're waiting for all the people to come into the chat. Okay, we're going to be looking at when, this is WEN, Elastos. Okay. So we're looking at a 3-month read on when Elastos. Good morning, Steve. Hello, Raymond. Happy Saturday. So we're looking at when Elastos. Okay. Just giving the cards a good shuffle here. Let's have a look. Wow. Okay, so when Elastos, seems the health of it is not so great. And there was a lot of confusion and a lot of people looking at other projects because they think this project is about to collapse for whatever reason. Even though they are finding balance within the price point of the coins themselves, I think a lot of people are looking to other things, especially Bitcoin and Ethereum, for everything that's going on there. Okay. And of course, this is for the next 3 months' time. A lot of the people involved in it are probably moving on to other projects as they normally do, and knowing enough programmers that are actually working on different projects that they do that a lot, actually. So the price is going to be a little lackluster for the next little while, as we've been discussing. Of course, Bitcoin's went up yesterday. Okay, and I think it's just going to be waffling there. We're at its new price height for the next little while. May even go down a tiny bit, but I think it's going to do the step thing. Okay, for the next little while. What else can we say about when Elastos? I think they're gonna kind of survive in some form, but I think after it's all said and done, I think it's gonna reform itself into something else in the future. Okay, just my 2 satoshis on this one. Okay, let's do another one from the big list before we get.
I had a question about that.
Oh, what was it?
When you see
When you say 3 months' time, do you mean around May 15th? Yeah, about that time. Okay. It'd be from today until 3 months from now. Okay. Hopefully that answers your question. So the next one is CINU coin. So that's CINU coin. So know nothing about this cryptocurrency. So let's have a look at the cards, see what it says. Oh, thank you for the super chat, Trojan. Oh boy, we're gonna have to get back to that. We're already in the process of doing CINU. Okay. CINU. Oh, some nasty cards coming up for this one. So CINU looks like it's being taken over by the White Hats for whatever reason. And the price is going to be not the greatest for the next little while, as everybody's attention is onto the bigger coins going forward. A lot of the things people were hoping for this one in the next 3 months is probably going to be falling flat on its face. And a lot of things not going the way that people thought they were going to do. Also, it'll be around for quite some time. It's going to be one of those worldwide things, but it's not going to be as huge as many of the legacy coins out there. But it will have its place in the sun just for the next 3 months. I think it's going to be a lot of lackluster for the next little bit. Okay, so that was CINU coin. Okay, and we'll do one more from the big. Well, let's do the Shibu Inu, our super chat. Before we forget, the wife already has it on the big screen. Will Shiba do well in April? I'm thinking they're going to go through a really long, rough patch. Okay, from watching other people talk about it and the past readings that we've had on Shiba, since every show we do a reading on Shiba Inu, they will do fine in the long run. April, because there's a lot of changes happening within that platform. I think it's going to be quite bumpy for the next little while. Maybe some really great buying opportunities for people wanting to get into that or get some more. Okay, let's just throw down some cards for April for Shiba Inu. Yeah, it's pretty much what I was picking up earlier. It's going to be a bit of a bumpy ride for April for Shiba Inu, just because of all the changes and all the other things going on with that platform. It will lead into something that will be awesome, but people only look at things in the short term. I always look at things for the long term. Okay, so yeah, it's got legs. It's going to be around for quite some time. It's just for April, it's going to be really, really bumpy. Okay, so hopefully that answers your question. Probably some good buying opportunities there as it goes through all those bumps. Okay, let's get into some of the chat here. Which will be the best month to withdraw some profits this April, May, or June? I think that it's going to be April, May, where we can take some of the top of the ice cream, as one guy was saying today. Every morning I watch The Modern Investor. Okay, if you're wondering, he takes all the news stories from the cryptocurrency and he puts it in a nice format. That way I keep on top of everything that's happening in the crypto space. So April and May, I believe, are going to be good months to take some profit as it goes down a tiny bit. And then you can rebuy if that's what you're interested in, and then ride it back up. Okay, hopefully that helps you out, Steve. 3-card reading on Stellar. Hey, I haven't heard about that one for quite some time. Hey, we got somebody from Trello here. Hello. Nice of you to join us. Awesome stuff. This is on Stellar for the next, or a 3-card reading on that one. It seems the direction that has been chosen for it to move forward. and it's ready to move forward, but there's going to be a lot of hard work necessary for that project to really pick up steam. I think a lot of the smaller cryptocurrencies have been lacking in their work ethic. So I think it's going to be picking up very, very soon since they've picked a direction that they want to go. And they're not tied to older ideas. I think they're looking to reformat their whole thing into something greater. Okay, so that's your 3-card reading on Stellar. Yes, nickel. The LME shut down and reversed all the trades. Now, there's going to be a lot of this in nickel, silver, and gold, where suppliers can't meet the demand of people wanting actual product in their hands. So this is going to create that short squeeze on all the metals that people are wanting to buy to preserve their capital. And this is also going to be happening within the cryptocurrency space, especially Bitcoin, because a lot of the famous people, rich people, governments are buying Bitcoin over the counter, not on the exchanges. So it doesn't affect the prices. So when everybody gets excited to buy into the metals and cryptos, the price is gonna shoot up because there's a lack of product for the demand. Okay, so expect those prices to go up considerably in the next little while. A lot of people ask about silver. It's going through the same thing. They have a hard time keeping up with demand at this moment. So if you're thinking of getting into that gold, silver, nickel, and any of those things, the time is now. And hopefully you get lucky and actually get some. Okay? Hopefully that answers your question. When would be a good time to sell EOS for one of your top 6 EOS? One of my top 6 coins? Or for one of my I think that'd be now. I think EOS is a dead duck, really. If you can get some good price on the coins, I think the time would be now to get into that Bitcoin. Okay, hopefully that answers your question, Russell. What do you see for yield games? Hello, Roxy. People are really excited about these gaming tokens. It's a fairly new part of the crypto space. A lot of the old systems didn't work so great, but now they're getting much, much better these days. Remember Crypto Kitties back in the day? It's really slow. If you remember back in the day. Okay. Yield games. Here we go. We got that 10 card in the health, so it's the end of a cycle. All the hard work that they were working for and trying to produce something is, I think, not going to be really bringing that project forward a lot. It's also represented by the price for the next 3 months, meaning that it's not going to go exploding into the moon anytime soon. Also, the people that are involved in it are kind of, let's move on to other things. It's kind of the feeling I'm getting from the cards. And a lot of people are kind of like, for this one, for the next little while. They're just waiting for that platform to actually do something amazing, and it gets everybody's attention, and people start to pay more attention to it, meaning all the money starts to go into it. Okay, hopefully that answers your question. When Trudeau get removed from prime minister position? Now this is a big one. I remember last show I was talking about the merging of the NDP and the Liberals, and this was supposed to solidify Trudeau's position till 2025. I did see that there's going to be some infighting between the two, like a really badly matched married couple. So I'm thinking within that, because I think he's going to be till the end. Okay, unfortunately, until the new election, he won't be reelected unless people just forget everything from the last couple months that he's done or is trying to do now, which is sometimes the vast majority of people have memories like goldfish. So let's just have a look at the card, see what it says. Yeah, I do see where, because he got laughed at the UN Senate, he's going to have a temper tantrum and come back to Canada and really double down on a lot of the bad ideas that he's presenting. So I think it's going to come down to the higher court in Canada to start saying no more and more and more and more. Okay, especially S233, that bill that they're trying to put through, and many of the other bills that he's trying to put through to bring in the digital ID thing. Like, I don't mind digital IDs. It's just all the other garbage that gets puts on top of it. The other thing I was picking up, me and the wife were talking about this the other day. I believe the digital IDs will come about, okay, but a lot of the garbage that they're trying to attach to it are going to be nullified, okay? So, and it won't be this thing of huge control, because it's like boiling a frog. You know, the whole thing with boiling. How do you boil a frog? A live frog is you turn up the heat gradually. Okay. What Trudeau has done is he's cranked it right up, and he's woken up a ton of people by doing that, by going too quickly with his things. So he is going to stay in power until the end. 2025, I believe, is our next election, but he's going to have a lot of problems doing anything, even with the majority government. Okay, hopefully that answers your question. 3-card reading for internal position I applied for in my company. Okay. I see the first thing that came to mind, I was picking up, is it's not a move up, it's kind of a move sideways for you. Thank you, Raymond. Says, awesome show. We're getting better and better as we go along here. We're thinking of getting a new computer. We're in the process of doing that. We got our new little website going. Later on, you'll see it's psychicreadingsbyandre.com. It's unfortunately not ranking well because it's brand new, and all my other stuff comes before it. So it might be like 5-6 pages down on your Google. Also, we're building in the process of getting my new Instagram going. So a lot of things happening behind the scenes. So let's have a look at 3-card reading for internal position applied at the company. I think you'll get it, but it wasn't exactly what you're expecting it to be. It looked greener on the other side, but once you get it, you're going to find that it's kind of the same thing. If you're doing it for some type of purpose to raise your income a tiny bit, it's good for that. But overall, the position will be a little lackluster for as a job. I think there's something else around the corner from you. If you're paying attention around you, I know all your attention's on getting this new position. And it is a 10 card that we have. So it's an end of a cycle. But when you get to that end of the cycle, it's not everything you thought it would be. Okay. So you will get it, but it would be like, yay, once you get into the position. Okay. And everything, all the realizations that you have with the new position will dawn on you. I think after that, there's going to be something else that will be much, much better. Okay. Hopefully that answers your question. Who will run for the next U.S. president and who will win? I hope not Trump. I like Trump. Well, my wife says it's the cute one. And I was looking through all the future politicians that could take on the presidency. DeSantis. If Trump doesn't run, I believe it'll be DeSantis. Okay? So one are those two people. Okay? Trump is much better than people give him credit for. He wouldn't have had all the problems that we have today if Trump was in power. Okay? Just a side note. But I think it's either DeSantis or Trump for the next election. Okay? Hopefully that answers your question. Okay. Can I get a 3-card reading for blockchains? It's a weird spelling of my name, but that's okay.
Autocorrect, probably.
Autocorrect, probably. That's okay. I've been called worse. Okay. What is this about? It's about your present. Is it job or personal? I think it's more of a job thing that I'm seeing, or your job or your business or whatever you're involved in. You're not looking at the positive things that are going right with your business. You're more focused on the negative aspects of everything going on. And this is holding you back from your emotional release of everything that's been going on. You're keeping it under control, but you're not really dealing with the emotions that are tied to that situation. So once you start to look at what's going correctly with everything going on, then and release that energy of the emotions that you're holding, you will start to move forward with everything involved with, I think it's either business or career, to move more forward. Okay, hopefully that helps you out. What do the cards indicate for technology breakthroughs? And then that's a huge question, actually. But okay. That's the thing with technology; it keeps rolling forward. Okay. That's a good question, Brad. But we'll hit on this one for the technology of the future. Technology rolls forward. I think a lot of this misconceptions about green energy, which is not going to work out the way people think it is. Okay. So I'm thinking that technology is going to start rolling towards green energy, but even to get 10% of the United States, let's say, it would take decades for that to happen. To get enough windmills and enough solar panels up to facilitate 10% of the American energy needs. I do see it going towards more of the traditional power systems. This is technology, and making those better. People don't realize it takes carbon-based methods like gasoline, fuel, diesel to get all the materials to make the solar power, the wind power, and all those powers, more so than actually just using the normal systems. Okay, so that is going to be changing and moving towards greener things, but just making the old systems much, much better. I think technology is going to go that way. Computers and mega things are going to be moving forward at rapid pace. And if you don't have anything invested in Sandbox or mega whatever, I forget the coin, it'd probably be a good idea to get into those very, very soon. Okay, hopefully that answers your question. And no, we're not going to have big space travel for quite some time. Taylor Hawkins, the drummer for the Foo Fighters, died unexpectedly yesterday. He was 50 and in great health. He was fully cookied. Did he pass from the cookies? Yes. As we're seeing in many of the celebrities now, and a lot of people around us, famous or not famous, are starting to fall down because they had too many cookies. This is the thing with Hilary Clinton. That was the thing I was going to talk about today. Hilary Clinton getting sick. And it's probably, they have a duplicate of her running around. You're going to see it more and more and more. Okay, as they're in Canada, they're trying to double down on the vaccinations, which we'll never do, and people falling over dead from cookies. So yes, it was from the cookies. Thank you, Brad. So doing off the future tech questions, do you see more 3D house printing fairly soon? It takes more time and energy to do it that way than the traditional methods. I do see a lot of the systems for the individual components that go into a house being 3D printed. The place that I work, they do actually 3D print a lot of the things now that go into construction. Okay. So yes and no. I don't think they're going to do a whole house. I know they have done whole houses with 3D printing. It's mainly concrete as their base material. I think that has a long way to go for that to be viable for everywhere on the planet, especially here in Canada where it's just damn cold. Okay, in the wintertime. So yes and no. I think the components will be 3D printed and then installed at the job site. Okay. Hopefully that answers your question, Super Whittle Guy. After 3 months' time, how will Digibyte do? I loved it. I got lots of Digibytes. I got like 3 or 4 million coins, which sounds like a lot, but it's not. It's about 2 cents a coin right now, 2-3 cents Canadian. Let's just have a quick look. How will Digibyte do in the next 3 months? A lot of people are worried that it's not going to have any purpose in the future overall. A lot of the attention, of course, is to the legacy coins like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all those wonderful coins. It's going to do well. It's going to be around for the foreseeable future because it has a very huge, strong community, but not as big as other coins. And they don't have the infrastructure to do many of the things that Bitcoin can do at the moment because it has that infrastructure. I know talking to people that are part of Digibyte, they're starting to do the infrastructure, but it's gonna take quite a bit of time. Domino's right next to me. Hello, Domino. So it's gonna do just fine. For the next 3 months, it's going to look a little rough. But after that time, when everything changes in the world, it's going to look much, much better. Okay? Hopefully that answers your question. Okay. And this is a tennis player, had chest pains during his last match as well. Freaked him out. Ironic how he bashed. So, yeah, I kind of aware of this story. Yeah, we're going to see a lot of that where people are going to be eating their own word, basically eating crow for the things that they've done or doing or not doing. We're going to see a lot more of this sort of thing going on around the planet, not only in tennis, but a lot of professional soccer players have fallen over from the cookies as well as they're running down the field. And these are the most healthiest people on the planet. I've known many soccer players at work and other places, and they're pretty healthy people, and they're falling down from the cookies. So you're going to see a lot more of that going into the future. Okay. Thank you, Brad.
Next from the big list.
One from the big list.
Do you do Hillary? Or is that part of it?
Yeah, let's do Hilary Clinton as our celebrity of the day. Love her, hate her. I don't really care for her, but it's all part of the movie. Okay, as another tarot card reader says. I was watching her the other day on Jean-Claude Beyond Mystic, which is a good show on YouTube. Let's look at Hilary Clinton. Is she actually still alive? Who knows? Thank you, Brad. Hillary Clinton, her health is going. It's going to be announced that she's having huge problems with the thing, and I believe she's going to be very, very critically sick in the next little while, and that's going to be showing up in the news. Okay, I think they're just going to be using that as an excuse to take her out of the limelight, so she doesn't hurt herself or anyone else going forward. The people that are around her, a lot of the things that were hidden are going to be revealed. All the wonderful things her and her husband were up to, or still up to. And it's going to be reflected on their daughter. Okay, I forget what her name is. And she's going to have a really hard time from what her parents were doing. I think she has a part to play in everything as well. Yeah, a lot of people are going to be leaving her side and not becoming her friend. Money's going to be okay for them. But the health issue is going to be a major factor for Bill and Hillary. Okay. That's Hilary Clinton, the celebrity reading of the day. Kind of stuff we already knew. Will the Canadian fiat dollar be backed by gold? Unfortunately, Canada doesn't have much gold to speak of because if you remember history, Canada sold all of its gold. So now they're going to have to play catch up. When did they sell all their? I think that was back in the 90s that they sold all their gold because they thought it was a smart idea. Same with the United States. Let's sell all our gold. Anyways, so it won't be backed by gold, and it's going to be affecting most of North America that didn't get into that, getting back into gold. The way it is right now, this is something that I was talking about with a coworker, that the BRICS countries, and if you're not aware of who BRICS is, it's Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. They're all going to be switching their currencies to the gold standard because for the last 10 years, they've been buying gold like crazy, especially India. India loves gold. So, as we saw with Russia, they just, okay, our ruble is backed by gold. And if you want to buy anything from us, like gold, or not gold, but oil or gas, you have to pay us in rubles. So now all these countries that have been getting rid of their gold will now have to reclaim gold because they have to buy the rubles with the gold. Okay. So they're gonna, or they can use Bitcoin. Now, if any of the, I know these countries have been buying Bitcoin at a tremendous rate. So it's going to be very, very interesting. It's basically the BRICS countries. We're preparing for this moment in time. And everybody laughed at them. Oh, look at them. They're buying gold. There was a reason because they knew the fiat dollar, Canadian, American, anything connected to the American dollar was going to collapse. So all the BRICS countries decided to buy tons and tons of gold because they knew this moment in time was going to come. So basically, Russia right now has the American and Canadian countries by the nads. And it's going to not do so well for us in Canada and the US. Okay. So if you don't have Bitcoin yet, might be a good idea. And maybe we should store that cryptocurrencies on a Trezor, which you can find on my website. Okay. So hopefully that answers your question in a long-winded way. Okay, what's next?
Big list.
Big list. Okay. Somebody was asking about TLM. Okay. I'm not quite sure what TLM actually is, so we're just going to read it as it is. Okay. Those are usually the most accurate readings when I have no preconceived ideas of what a thing is. Because when you do your reading, okay, and if you have it's called pre-con. You already have ideas about the subject, and it comes into the reading, unfortunately, and it can make it not as accurate as it could be. Okay, so you're learning about psychic stuff as we go along. So TLM, I think it's a crypto. The health of it is, it's at the end of a cycle. A lot of the cycle for the next 3 months for TLM has been very harsh and will be very harsh, but they are coming to the end of a cycle. We got a 10 card, okay? And we got the 10 card of wands, which is physical labor, doing hard work. Emotionally, the price is going to be lackluster, and it's not going to be doing so great for the next 3 months' time. It will follow the Bitcoin around like a magnet, but it won't get any traction of itself. Okay. And the people that are part of it are basically hung up on where to take the project next. So that's going to be for the next 3 months on this particular project. They don't know which way to go, where they fit into the whole crypto space. So now is the moment in time where they're going to have to make decisions on where they fit in. Okay, so that's for the next 3 months on TLM. Okay.
That's what it is.
Ah, okay. How long before Bitcoin breaks 100,000? I think it's going to be within the next 5 years, the way it's going right now. And then there's going to, way before that, there's going to be a rush to own Bitcoin because of things I've already mentioned about the US dollar and the Canadian dollar falling. That's going to be happening very, very quick. It doesn't look like it right now. People are still in the mindset of cryptocurrencies as a speculative thing, right? A get rich quick thing, which it's not. It can be used as that, but it shouldn't be. People's idea of crypto is going to change into survival mode. And this is going to be happening very, very soon as things go forward in time around the planet, especially with fiat currencies falling off the face of the planet and everything Russia's doing. Russia pretty much has North America by the you know what. So it's time to get their Bitcoin, and I don't think it's going to take more than 3 years. It's probably going to be within that 2-year span. That's going to go beyond that 100,000 K. Okay. Hope that answers your question. May I get a 3-card reading for my daughter getting a new work from home nursing job? Okay. Okay. December 2. That when I think.
What's his educated guess is December.
Yeah, that's about right. Brad is more psychic than we're all psychic, okay? Just how we're only as psychic as we allow ourselves to be. Okay, there's your psychic training for today, or one of many. Okay, so let's look at this 3-card reading for a friend here, Robert, about his daughter. So is it good? Yes. We got the big Ace of Wands. Whenever you get a Ace card, It's always a yes for whatever the idea was. So you're probably thinking, is this a good move or not? And the answer to the question is yes. But it's going to take a lot of hard work on her side of things. Emotionally, it's going to be a very straining moment for her because she has to readjust herself to the new position. But when it's done, it's going to be bringing quite a bit of wealth for her going forward. So she just has to fit herself into the new position. Okay. It's going to do rather well for her, but it's going to take a lot of hard work on her side, and it's going to be a bit of emotional drain because I think she's probably used to doing it in person. Okay. So hopefully that answers your question. The big list. People don't have much to say today, as they normally do. Okay. Let's have a look at medical chain. Now, I believe I've done many readings on medical chain in the past. We got the videos in my catalog of videos on my YouTube channel. For the next 3 months, medical chain is the health of it is gonna do okay because reasons. It's gonna be a lot of lackluster, and it's not gonna be going as well as they were hoping it to be. They're too tied to old ideas that don't work. And in the crypto space, old ideas is like 5 minutes, or a couple of years time. I think that model that they were working on is going to be changing. And in that process of changing, it's going to be bringing that price down as more things that they were hiding from the public are going to be revealed. So they're going to have to change the things that behind the scenes that they thought worked, but don't. So that it's going to take a lot of time to get that right mixture of function. Okay. A lot of these projects don't function like they should, unfortunately. Great idea, but its functioning doesn't work. Okay. Which is unfortunate. And the people working on it are going to be going away, and there's going to be a mixture of good people coming into the fray. So this is going to reflect upon the price in a big way. So for the next 3 months, it's going to be a rocky road as they rediscover themselves. Okay, hopefully that answers the question for medical chain. Will Joe Biden step down before the 2024 election? How is Joe Biden's health? Well, just on observation of him, his health is quickly declining. It's no secret now that he has dementia, and dementia quickly kills the person, basically, very, very quickly. Let's just have a quick look at his health, and I think that is what I was picking up with Trump on his second term. I did a video a long time ago that Trump's second term, he's not going to do the whole thing because of health. It's actually Joe Biden's reading that I was picking up. Okay. So he's not going to last the entire span of the 4 years, I believe American politicians are in, or presidents are in power. He's not going to make it the entire way. So he's going to get to that halfway point, which I think is coming soon. October or something like that, mid elections, and he's probably not going to be able to last any much longer. And then you got Kamala Harris is the second in charge. And once that happens, I think that big change is going to happen at that time because nobody likes Kamala Harris. Not even Kamala Harris likes Kamala Harris. So stepping down, not willingly. Okay. It'll be because of health reasons. And no matter how much the news tries to spin it, as they always do, that he's okay, there you won't be able to really cover up the health issues that he's going through. Okay. So this is going to spark a huge movement away from that party. It's going to go more to the other party in a big way. The pendulum always swings. And in this instance, it's going to swing hard the other way. Okay. So he's not going to step down willingly. He's going to have to step down because of health issues. Okay. Hopefully that answers the question. Can I get a 3-card reading for the cryptic called BLZ? Okay. Ninja Turtle Pete. That's a neat name. BLZ. So I'm picking up that it's probably not going to last very long. Okay. The people that are involved in it are just, they're not neither here nor there. And it looks better than it actually is. Okay. I see it not lasting much longer than a year or two. Okay. Hopefully that answers your question. Where do you see the future of NFTs? More interest, less evolution. NFTs are going to be playing a big part in our overall economy and planet because they're useful for storing information, either as a document, that's how it's basically started, or CryptoKitties. It will have its place in the sun. It will grow. It's kind of like the .com bubble way back when. Everybody's and their dog is going to have an NFT. Most will die. The concepts and the actual things, well, probably in price. Few will remain. It's like in the beginning of the .com, we had websites for everything you could imagine in companies. Only a few remained, okay, at the very end. And this is what's going to be happening with cryptocurrencies. We have thousands of cryptocurrencies. Most of them are crap. So when it pops, we're going to be reduced down to a few. Okay, that'd be Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, XRP, Chainlink. Okay, get the idea? So yes, they will have a place in the sun in the future. Hopefully that helps you out with Super Whittle Guy. Do you have cards say about BC Company General Fusion? Okay. Know nothing about the company, but the cards will tell us. Right off the bat, while I'm shuffling, I'm picking up. It'll be the company will be okay. I think it's going to go through a lot of changes coming up. Reformatting itself. That's basically what I'm picking up as I'm shuffling. Let's have a look. It's going to be passed on to somebody else when it goes through that process. Okay, there's always a shakeup of the people. It's usually the management that changes quite a bit within organizations when it's taken over by a different entity. But I'm seeing in the future, it's not within that time period, it's not going to be moving forward as a company. Okay. It's going to kind of stay stagnant for the next little while as they're going through this process. And everything that they built up to that moment in time, their crowning achievements, will be kind of lackluster for the next little while. So it's going to go through a huge transition. Okay, it'll be around if you got investments or anything with this, but it's going to be lackluster for the foreseeable future. Okay, hopefully that answers your question. What about APL crypto? He's yelling, yay! If I had hair, it'd be parted. Yeah. You know. Okay. I heard you loud and clear there, Stephen. Let's have a look at APL crypto. And that was a lot of yelling from Stephen. So I'm gonna have a swig of coffee here to calm my nerves, because that's a lot of explanation marks. It's okay. It seems that the APL crypto, its health is not the greatest. They're having money problems, actually. For whatever reason, the price is going to be long term. It's going to be around for quite some time, but it's going to take a long time for you to see big returns from your investment. It's going to be passing on to other people. Okay. So it's going to be rebranded in some way and redone. And a lot of the people are going to see it for what it is. And it's more about the emotions of the people that are attached to it, why they're leaving, and new people are going to have to be stepping in. So they're going to reformat themselves in some way in the near future. So it's going to take a long time for you to get return on that income. Okay, hopefully that answers your question. REEF coin. We can do that, chain link, or blockchains. Oh, we're almost at the hour. Time flies, especially when you're getting yelled at. I'm kidding. It's okay. Okay. REEF coin. They've overcome some tragedy within the cryptocurrency. This is for, well, we've done 3 month. I'm just looking at it right now. So, because we've done 3 month outlooks on REEF coin already, and past shows. And if you missed it, go watch. And the wife has all those time things now, and now I'm putting them into the description box so you can click on the one that you want to watch. So right now, as we speak, REEF coin is overcoming a lot of things, and they're moving forward, and they're finding their place in the sun. The money is going to be like huge gains for the next little while. And the things that they built as an organization is going to come into play because they were smart and built certain things beforehand to keep them relevant in the new space. Okay. And that's going to be paying off for them in the future. Okay, hopefully that answers your question.
Minute.
1 minute.
Okay, so
XYO. We did XYO the other day, didn't we?
yeah.
Yeah.
You want a different one?
Yeah, do another one.
Okay.
Do you see RBLX Roblox stock price going well in the long term? I think that's the video game.
Sounds like it.
Tells you how much I pay attention to video games these days. I like Minecraft, so I haven't played it in a long time though. Roblox. Will it the stock? Let's see look at the stock. It looks like it's going to be charging forward swiftly and all that. But when they get to the finish line, I think it's going to be a lot of lackluster because things are going to be happening everywhere else. If you remember what I was saying previously. It's going to be one of those, if you got it now and it dies, don't sell it at a loss. I know a lot of people wait for it to go back up. Okay? So if you're already invested in it, it's okay. You're going to have to wait it out. If you're not invested in it yet, I would wait until it does go down. Okay? Hope that answers your question. We're at the hour. Okay, always grateful for everybody that comes out. It's amazing that people come. Makes the show much funner. I love doing these live chats with everybody. Always grateful for the people giving donations. I have my new website that's in the description down below, or if you're on Facebook, it's above the video. Go have a look at the new website. Also, we have the Patreon going. Have that a check. If you like a personal reading from me, that's also on my website. Email me, time and place. And what else we got going on? I think that's it. Working on our Instagram and many other little things behind the scenes that you'll notice in the next little while. So make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the future.